Y'all are so demanding. It's 10 o'clock. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Had to make sure that the thing that I was using was going to work. That's what I was making sure over there. That's all. I was just making sure that the thing was going to work. It's all good. We're here. Hola, everybody. Don't freak out. It's class time. If you're in the Discord, you can go join over there. When it gets to screen sharing time, it will appear over there. So I know not all of us can get on Twitch, but for some reason, Discord works. Hola, Adam. So for today, the main thing that we're going to do is we're going to spend time kind of working on review stuff. Muy bien, ¿y tú eres? Look at the Spanish coming in wonderfully. Yeah, we're going to be doing some review on stuff that's in the level 1 test. And then what we're going to do is with whatever time's left over, we can do kind of questions and stuff that we're still worried about. The main thing from like getting house cleaning out of the way with school stuff is if your friends still haven't checked in with any teachers, we need them to. We're only missing 4 people total between all 3 of the classes. 1 orchestra, 1 choir, and then 2 band people I haven't heard from yet. So if we can get them in, or at least get them to contact us, that would be fantastic. Okay, so do you guys want to start with dynamics or just kind of like music notation stuff first? You get a choice, chat people. You get a lovely choice. What do you want? Notation. Joanna's voting for notation. Anybody else have any say other than Joanna? Sure. Sure. All right, so we'll start with notation stuff. So let me get it up on this other screen. Let me go start. That's Teams. Get out of here, Teams. No one likes you. Go live. Screen 1. Back. Applications. Got it. If you go in the go live portion, it's going to be loud, so you're going to need to turn down my volume. But here we go. All right, so we got some Sibelius stuff set up in here already for us. So we will readjust that so we can get in here. So we're going to start over here. We've got our 4 basic types of notes going on. We've got our whole note, which when we're dealing with that in 4/4 time, common time, this right here. When we're dealing with that, we got a whole note. Bruh, I finished all my English work for the week, so now I got to do all my classes. Also, fall show? I don't know, maybe. So we're going to start off here. You got our whole note. It's worth 4 counts in 4/4 time. So when we're playing it, 2, 3, 4. Our next ones that we've got is... We've got our half notes. They're worth 2 counts each in 4/4 time. So hence the reason there's 2 in this full measure. So if you notice, we have 1 whole note, 4 out of 4, 1 whole equals 1 measure. Then we got 2 half notes. Over here we got 4 quarter notes, 1/4. That's why there's 4 of them in each measure. So when we're looking at things and we're talking about making a measure out of, let's say, 2 quarter notes and a half. Let's go over to my keyboard here. There we go. 2 quarter notes. 1/4 plus 1/4 equals a half. Plus another half. 1/2 plus 1/2 equals a whole. So all that adds up to 4. Devin showed up. It's not Joanna. Remember, she's Bailey. I thought she was Hobo Joe, but I messed that up. And then finally, we got eighth notes. So each of these are worth a half of a beat. So 1, 2, this is equal to a quarter note. And the way that we can see that more visually is here it is. The program nicely splits it up by beats for us. So we've got quarter note. Notice how these eighth rests right here. Here's a quarter rest. Eighth notes. It splits it into two. Whereas if we were to make it into a half note, boop, it sucks all that up. 2 quarter notes equals 1 half. If we were to change it into eighth notes, 4 eighth notes here equals 1 half note. If you see how that gets broken up. Yes, ma'am. Oh yeah, you named me. Okay, so if we listen to this, it's slowly going to pick up speed as it plays these first 4 measures here. We're going to start there. Let's keep G-noting, people. So here we go. So it's going to go whole note, 2 half notes, 4 quarter notes, and then 2 eighth notes. I forgot to unmute my PC, so only certain people are hearing this. There we go. There it goes. So there we are. So it slowly got faster as we're moving across. So we got the whole note, half note, quarter, 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 eighth, 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 done. Is that making sense to people on how it kind of picks up speed as we slowly subdivide out the beat? I forgot to iron. Anyone else not here? Is it still not playing sound? Alright, hold on. Let me go on my audio settings and make sure I didn't just totally mess this up. Man. Stupid audio settings. Properties. Properties. Can you hear that? Increase the gain. Oh, I'll increase the gain. Let's try that. How about this? Can you hear that? Haha. I had my desktop audio muted. All right, so let's try that again. Come on. So there we go. So it picks up speed as it's going there. There we go. Come on, snap in there. So as it is going. Yes. As I was a young boy, yes, I'm going to meme the crap out of everybody because I can. Because I can, and no one told me I can't. So does anyone have any questions about the generic notation stuff now that you were able to hear it pick up speed? I know some of us understand it already, but I'm just wanting to make sure that we've got it. Concert band seems empty. It's all good there. You just want to keep getting G noted? We can do that. We can just keep clicking on it. Y'all are so quiet today. All right. Okay. So the other important thing to remember about music is that we have our 7 basic pitches. C, D, E, F, G, A, B. And then it just keeps repeating into eternity. So it did not turn out the way that I wanted it to, but that's okay. From here, that's a C, to here is a C. So we call that full thing there an octave. So let's add some text. Thanks, computer. Cool. All right, so there we go. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Boom. So it's got that. It doesn't matter what octave they're in. They still maintain their names. Still C, D, E, F, G, A, B. They always repeat. They're always going to be in that order for you. So some of the questions that are on that pre and post test, it'll sit there and go, what is a fourth above, we'll say C. So remember, when we're counting pitches in music, you always start with 1. We don't have a 0, so you always start with 1. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So that fourth above C is an F. Hello, senpai. Nice of you to join us. So we got that fourth above C. That's an F. So some of us struggled with the bell work back when we had school. And you would always start with 0. And I know that's how math works. That's just not how it's working. Why are we watching Varsity? Is Varsity still on the channel? Varsity shouldn't be on the channel. That's awkward. Also, if you hear construction in the background, they're building a wall behind my house to keep people from crossing into the new fancy neighborhood. Oh, I don't show Varsity on my channel, senpai. He was on earlier. Yeah, so we got these. So when we're dealing with other things, it also works in reverse. So if it's asking, hey, what is a third below A? 1, 2, 3. F. Now, the thing that you would have to be careful of is if we apply a key signature, which, no, I just want you to do that. Thank you. Is if we apply a key signature to the whole thing, it adjusts and changes some of our pitches. So, since this key signature is now there, this C, as you can see down here, possibly not because it's covered. This is now a C sharp because it's in the key signature. So when some of those questions pop up, like on the test, one of the things that it'll ask you, I'm going to move this into the key so it matches visually. Oh, it didn't automatically change their names. Awkward. Boom. There we go. So when it moves it into the new key. No border wall for the neighborhood. The key signature applies. So we'll put that in there. So we're in D major. Boop. C sharp and F sharp. What kind of instrument? It's just a piano. I mean, literally, we're going on a trip with my desk cam real quick. There's just a keyboard right there, plugged in. So, we are just messing around on the Sibelius program with a piano. I can't participate in the stream. Try refreshing your stream. That's really awkward. Super awkward. I promise you, it's not Varsity. I'll go in my settings and make sure I'm not hosting, but... This makes great TV. This makes great TV. Yeah, I have hosting turned off right now, so I'm not sure why you're seeing that. Also, Devin, did that answer your question for you? About what instrument we're playing? I'm upsetting my thing over here. Cool. So what we're going to do now is we're going to talk about... Had to restart my app. Ah, there you go. Is we're going to talk about accidentals. There are three main types of accidentals. You've got your natural, your flat, and your sharp here. So when we're dealing with it, we have these things right here called key signatures, where it'll tell you what are naturally thrown in there. So when we're in C major, like right here, none of the notes are affected. So it's just C, D, E, F, G, A, B. C, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, no matter what. These accidentals help us get more pitches out of it. So here we have a G. If I unmute myself. So we got our G natural. No, yep, there's like a whole bunch of them watching via Twitch. Senpai, there's a whole bunch of them. I'm just sitting in my house due to coronavirus quarantine. Gotta love it. So we got a G natural. If you apply a flat to it, it lowers the pitch. Hear how it's going down? Ba, ba, ba. So going from the natural to the flat, it's going to lower your pitch a half step. Then if you go from the natural to the sharp, it's not a hashtag, it's a sharp. It raises your pitch up a half step. So hear how it's going up. So if we were to start from here, that's going up from flat, flat, natural, sharp, and then backwards we have sharp, natural, flat, in that order. So that's how those kind of apply. So this is in order left to right. Flat is the lowest a note can be. Natural is its standard pitch, and then sharp is the highest it's going to be, because the next one here would be an A as we're going up. You should have me as guest who want to understand constitutional law. We can't do constitutional law. This is music review. Even though, yes, you would probably help out a lot of people with constitutional review. All right, so then where accidentals come into play is when we have our key signature. That is a B flat, because we got the key signature going on right there. So see, B flat right there. We got that going on. So when we add the accidental to it, it's going to raise it up to a B natural. So this is where the accidental is applied in the key signature. Same thing over here when we are dealing with sharp and sharp key signatures. So notice the key signature here, we have one sharp. It's telling us that that is an F sharp. The accidental is going to lower the pitch to F natural, because we're going from sharp to natural. So that's how accidentals work overall. Sometimes what we will run into is if you have, let's say, an F sharp, and then you have a G flat. Hear how those two notes are the same? Oh, I could teach you a lot about Hamilton, the musical. I wrote an entire paper about it. These two notes are the exact same, because when we look at a piano, and now I have a piano. So when we're looking at a piano, here, wrong way. Here is F, F sharp, G, G, G flat. They share this note right here, depending on which direction you're going. F to F sharp, G to G flat. So this is the most missed question on the test. And so that's called an enharmonic note. I'm going to throw it right here. We're going to get to this in a second. If I could type. Noise. Enharmonic. So when a note is an enharmonic, it's two names for the same pitch. That's what's going on right there. I don't doubt it. Does anyone have any questions about how accidentals work in terms of which is higher versus lower? That was a common missed question and something that I know choir mostly struggles with when we're looking at things in music. Flat, natural, sharp. All sounds like gibberish to me. Well, you're not actually in the music class, so that works. Does it sound like gibberish to any non people? To any of the people actually taking a class? For those of us who are doing review, I guess we should say. Nicholas Valora is now following. Oh my gosh. Me. All right, Marina, what are you confused about? Yes, Joanna. Yes, so when we're looking at it, over here, so this is an enharmonic right here, because we got F sharp and G flat. They're the same note, because on a piano, like we're showing over here, my camera's getting a good workout. So here's F, F sharp, because it's up a half step. G, G flat, down a half step. So it's the same note, no matter what. I can call this F sharp, or I can call this G flat. It's just called an enharmonic note. It's just multiple ways to call the same thing. So like here, we've got D, D sharp, E, E flat. Same note, because it's the same key. It just depends which direction I'm going. Typically, when we're going up the keyboard, we use sharps. When we're going down the keyboard, so we're headed this way, we use flats, because our brain thinks flat, low, sharp, high. Look at all this learning. So there's that. Yes. Look at Jackie come in. No, it's just I've been confused since like the first day, but now I get it. That explained it a bit. Okay, so what part did you want? I can still explain more, Marina. We're literally, that's what we're here. We got like 20, 30 more minutes. We can do this. It's literally what I'm here for. No, I got it. Okay. I just don't want to move on. We'll be doing similar stuff on Friday. We're just going to kind of up. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Beautiful. I have the chat in like 3 places. Is anyone in the live portion of Discord? No, I'm just by myself. Then I'm going to stop streaming that over there. So we got that. Okay. Guess start buying that again. Because I can afford it. What we got? Mario Bros. Alright, which Mario just got in here? Gang. What is up, Mario? Gang, gang. Alright. Anything about this over here? Either note names, accidentals, or rhythm that we're messed up on. We're going to go more into note identification stuff on Friday in that stream. So to kind of know when you're looking at a pitch, knowing that is a G right there versus A, B, C, D, E, F, and how to identify that. Yes, Kat. Okay. He just wanted to say hi. So anything that we've talked about so far, Mario, you'd have to get caught up when the YouTube video posts, because I know you're over with Pond. Boom, 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 boom. Devin might be learning something. All right, we're about to move to dynamics, everybody. Last call for notation and accidental stuff. Mr. Glenn, yes, Arleth. Dynamic time. Hold on, we gotta wait for Arleth to make sure that she gets her statement in. Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces passing homebound. Dooba-doo-dooba-doo-doom. Doo-dooba-dooba-doo-doo-doo-doom. Get some singing. Is there no question? Oh, Devin. It's learning another language. Drumline be like, dynamics, what's that? Yeah. Hopefully Drumline learns dynamics this year. We'll see. Devin is being PG. He's behaving. Because he knows I'll just mute him if he doesn't. And he doesn't want that. All right. We're moving over to dynamic stuff. Let me make this a little bigger. And center it. Cool. All right, so dynamic stuff. Dynamics is basically just a fancy way of saying volume of sound, right? Volume in the sense of loud, like loud or softness, not volume in sense of how much a thing can hold. Okay, so we have he is trying. We have basically P's and F's are the two basic dynamics that we have. We have F for forte, and P stands for piano. If it was voice chat, he couldn't hold himself back. No, he'd hold himself back. Basically, forte equals loud, piano equals soft when we're breaking it down. So like when you're playing the instrument piano, the full volume is the piano forte. Like that's what the instrument's called, because it was the first instrument that could play both loud and soft at the same time, and people thought it was a huge miracle over there. So people were super impressed by it. So when we're talking about forte, it equals loud. What it really translates to when we're trying to get it is we just want more of a full sound. It doesn't necessarily have to be loud. I have Amazing in my smart music, but I'm not in choir. I thought I would let you know. Yeah, when it scheduled it, Aiden, it messed it up for everybody. So it just assigned it to everyone. Don't worry about it. It's just more of a test kind of deal than it is for anything else. So we got forte, we got piano. So in between those, we have two dynamics. This is all Italian, so don't freak out. We've got mezzo forte and mezzo piano. Those translate as medium loud and medium soft. So as we're slowly working our way up and down the scale of dynamics, we've got piano, which is soft, mezzo piano, which is medium soft, mezzo forte, medium loud, forte, which is loud. So typically, when we're dealing with things, mezzo forte is everybody's default. I can spell default dynamic. So typically, when you're doing a warm up or you're just singing, normally that is your mezzo forte. You have to really work to get to forte or below mezzo forte. So like your speaking volume is typically your mezzo forte. I know some of us speak really softly, and that's how things are. And that's more of like a mezzo piano. But for most people, typically you're speaking at a mezzo forte. We'll jump straight up to here. We'll go ahead and give it to you. So, fortissimo basically just translates to as loud as humanly possible. So, this is as loud as you can get things to go. Sometimes you'll see dynamics that are above that, and that's just basically someone's just being a jerk, really. Nick's favorite dynamic. Yes, it's also Nick's only dynamic. So triple F, fortissimo, is as loud as humanly possible. Double F is fortissimo, which basically just translates to as loud as you can with a good tone. Yeah, you can just keep putting Fs. Also made a new command for all of you. So there you go. You can pay respects with Command F. Put an F in the chat. It's on a timer though, so be careful. It needs it has like a couple second cooldown, so don't get too excited. So we got that going on. I do need to drop some thicky roast. No thicky roast. No roast. There you go. You can keep dropping an F in the chat. So as we're looking at dynamics over here, we got F, forte, loud, full sound. Double F, fortissimo, as loud as you can go with a good sound. So this means that when you're singing, and I'm going to back up from my mic, you're not looking for, that's just loud, but that's not a good sound. That's not what we're after. Meanwhile, on the soft side, it works very similar with pianissimo, which means very soft, and then pianissimo, as soft as you can perform. I forgot an N. Pianissimo. So these ones down here are the dynamics that most people struggle with. That's a bad color. Let's go green. So these down here, these are the the dynamics that people struggle with the most. Don't roast his class. His name is Devon with an O. Oh, calm down there, Jeremy. Freshman. Yes, he's a random person I play video games with who just wants to learn music. He's just here to hang out with all of you guys. But these soft dynamics, these are the hardest ones to perform just because they still require air support or tone support. And you don't typically see them as often. Choir people, if you remember with Seal Lullaby, we mostly hung out in this range for Seal Lullaby. You struggle with the green? All right, let's find a different color. We'll get Devin's favorite color. There you go. That pop. Is that a little easier to read? Ew. Ew to you too, Marina. Pink. So there we go. So these are the dynamics that most people struggle with. Most people just default to mezzo forte. And so all it's going to do is it's just going to, all this does is tell you how loud or how soft it wants you to perform the music. How do you play soft well on saxophone? Make the color red. Well, I already got red for over here. I'll make that. See, I'm trying to learn good colors. How about purple? Nope. Bright blue. Red and blue. Red is a better color. Ew, to seal. Oh, yield to be so lullaby. Don't be trash. Beaks dough. We'll make the louds pink. There you go. Poor mezzo piano. Doesn't get any love. I know I did. I'm struggling. Color. Chat, you're behaving yourself relatively easily. So we'll give you props on that. Who is Senpai? Senpai's just a random person who started following along the streams. His name's Jeremy. He's Canadian. He plays PS4. But getting us back on track. Does anyone have any questions about dynamics and how you can kind of identify them? The left side column here, and I'm going to save this and I'm going to upload it into Google Docs for everybody, into Google Classroom for you. But the left side is the identifiable thing that you can see. This right here is the name, and then this is kind of their definition of it. Why you gotta put me out like that? I'll be like, Xbox betrayer. I am not. Oh my gosh, Nathaniel, you gotta spell betrayer correctly. Or is that supposed to be better? Bet you're. Oh, things are falling apart quick. I'm trying to say better. Okay. Any questions about dynamics at all, anybody? We got about 5 minutes till class is supposed to be over, but the stream will stay up probably for about another 10 to 15. No, Matt, no. A PC Master Race. We're going to get an F in the chat for poor old Nathaniel over there. Hold on, Devin. Let's at least get this portion out of the way. What about 5 Fs? Yes, just random questions, Nick. Just random questions. We're going to close out as... Oh, we'll leave Sibelius up. Random questions. It can even be random questions about what's going on with school and stuff like that. You respect it. Oh, they're respecting the teacher. They're just not respecting each other. Good old high school. When are we playing Sea of Thieves again? Whenever. I think I have it installed on my Xbox. I'd have to go check. What kind of name is Devin with a bunch of numbers after it? So outside of first hour, my other 3 classes don't have anything. PE, nothing. CCP, a few questions, and that's a U.S. history, a few questions, and a format and definition. Well, we're not really supposed to be doing new things right now, Dayton. That's the problem. That's the real problem. It's almost as if your parents can't parent. Today, I can join up on PC. So looks like Sea of Thieves is getting ready to join up. If you're interested, everybody. That's Matt. That's Matt. That's Matt T. Like Matthew T. Like the one who lives near you. That's who that is, Nick. Yes. Yes. You're plugging Mixer on a Twitch stream? Oh my gosh. All right. Any more questions?